Donald Trump is portraying himself as a religious savior. He says Election Day will be
Christian Visibility Day.
Trump has repeatedly compared his criminal trials to the crucifixion of Jesus, promoted videos calling his re-election, quote, the most important moment in human history, and that describe him as a divinely appointed ruler.
A shepherd to mankind who won't ever leave nor forsake them. So God made Trump.
He claims to be a holy warrior against an imaginary attack on Christianity.
They want to tear down crosses, but no one will be touching the cross of Christ under the Trump administration. I swear to you.
He's even selling his own version of the Bible.
We must make America pray again.
Trump is playing to a rising white Christian nationalist movement within the Republican Party.
I say it proudly, we should be Christian nationalists.
Christian nationalists believe that the law of the land is not the Constitution, but instead the law of God, as they interpret it. Trump's supporters are increasingly overt in their calls to replace democracy with a MAGA theocracy.
The church is supposed to direct the government, and I'm tired of this separation of church and state junk.
We're meant to be a Christian nation. We should be a Christian nation.
Welcome to the end of democracy. We're here to overthrow it completely. We didn't get all the way there on January 6th, but we will endeavor to get rid of it and replace it with this right here.
That was a cross he was holding. The idea that the will of voters is irrelevant because God has anointed Trump was a recurring message in the efforts to overturn the 2020 election.
Because it is not Joe Biden that rules this country. Jesus Christ is the king of everything in this world. Christ is king! Christ is king! Christ is king!
In previous videos, I've highlighted how MAGA Republicans have embraced core elements of fascism. The combination of fascism and Christian nationalism is called Christofascism, a term first used half a century ago by the theologian Dorothy Zola. Fascists rise to power by characterizing their opponents as subhuman. Christofascists take it a step further by casting opponents as not just subhuman, but actually demonic.
People like Nancy Pelosi, she's a demon.
Framing opponents as enemies of God makes violence against them not only seem justifiable, but divinely sanctioned and almost inevitable.
We are going to put on the armor of God. And maybe strap on a Glock on the side of us just in case.
When we take power, they need to be given the death penalty. And these people that are suppressing the name Christ and suppressing Christianity, they must be absolutely annihilated when we take power.
Christofascists want to strip away a wide range of rights Americans take for granted. Former Trump staffers involved in developing plans for a second Trump term have called for imposing biblical tests on immigration, overturning marriage equality, and restricting contraception. And MAGA-aligned judges are already setting their dogma ahead of the Constitution. In his concurring opinion on the case that declared frozen embryos are people, Alabama Supreme Court Chief Justice Tom Parker cited God more than 40 times and quoted the book of Genesis and other religious texts. Nothing could be more un-American than the Christian nationalist vision. So many of America's founders came here as refugees seeking religious freedom. The framers of the Constitution were adamant that religion had no role in our government. The words God, Jesus, and Christ don't appear anywhere in the Constitution. And the very first words of the Bill of Rights are a promise that, quote, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Christofascism, or any religion-based form of government, is a rejection of everything America has aspired to be, a secular, multiracial society whose inhabitants have come from everywhere, bound together by a faith in equal opportunity, democracy, and the rule of law. Beware.
chilling like a villain, villain like a chilling like a chilling, villain like a chilling, chilling. Keep wet. Oh, hello. Hello. Hey now. Hello. You know, what? I thought I was gonna give you a lot of drama, trouble, and all that. Yeah, I am. I'm being a little petty. I just came to grace you. Yeah, it's a little. Yeah, it's crazy. I saw that Lisa thing. I hope you saw it. Hey now. Hey, I saw that Lisa thing. I hope y'all enjoy that money grab. Hope you enjoy it. I'm just your local news anchor here to report on this nonsense. I decided to go with the drama first and then end the live with some knowledgeable news. So as of today, yeah, you saw that. I know you're stressed. I've already been in talks with my family, and I've been in talk with my kids, and we have decided on a country that we might go to. We delisted. I want to end with that. Hold up. I want to end with that. Let me go to the drama first. Drama first. Well, Dalton was on today and he drop kicked another friend. No. I got a whole plan and I'll tell you. We're going to end with that. Autism. Nephew Petty mentioned the earthquakes and the typhoons, which I'm okay with. Anyway, the kids kicked one of the other kids out by the name of Melanie. There's a rumor going around, once again, speculation, rumor, that it might not be true, her sister. Right now, Lisa's live and $5 a question is going on. And there was a whole host of community mess amongst all communities as things unravel. Turks and Caicos. That lady just got out of jail there though. Yeah, that lady just got home. Yeah, they don't play there. I need a little freedom. Yeah, that's on the list, Shay. That Australia is on the list. Hey, I'm not going to any U.S. territories if what I tell you happens. I don't. Whoa, Dez. I don't know if it's fake. I said allegedly. That I don't want to start no rumors. Please don't come in here. When I say allegedly or supposedly, that doesn't mean it's true. Yeah, I know. Those two are at the top. Switzerland and New Zealand. Okay? Yeah, I know, Des. I know. You know. As he called, I got you. Hey now. I got you. Yeah. And the last bit of drama has to do, yeah, we ain't losing faith yet. We are planning. Remember, you must have a. Let's just get to it, and I'm gonna get up off here. Let me just ask. Yeah, I know. Let me just ask. This is about to be an adult conversation. Are the adults in here? If you're a kid and you're looking for me to stir, this is my last little part. You might as well go ahead and leave if you're childish. If information isn't your thing, just go ahead and leave. This information that I'm about to give out is for the adults who want to pre-plan and plan just in case. So the radio host, Karen Hunter, did something freaking amazing. Please check out Karen Hunter on IG. On IG, please check out 2025 and 2 bullet points. 10 beautiful bullet points. 10 beautiful bullet points. I ain't even talking about nobody. Why is it lagging? Is it lagging? Is it lagging? Professor, let me see. I'll come back with this screen. I'll come back. I'm gonna come back. I'll be like, bro, I ain't even doing nothing. Bro, I ain't even doing nothing. And show. Is this the better one? I thought I had made a better one. Is that a better screenshot? That might be better. Okay. Remember to like the live. TikTok shot me because of whatever they're doing. She broke it down into bullet points, 922 pages that I know you're not going to read. And she said she'll continue to break it down and add these breakdowns of 2025, P25 to her IG for anybody that wants to know what is going to happen, some of the things that's going to happen. Privatizing Medicaid or Medicare is one of the things. Remember implementing those prices for drugs? Well, they're going to repeal that drug price that was negotiated. They plan on, all the way back, Queen. They're going to repeal the negotiations for that and threaten Medicaid coverage as well. Do you want to take a screenshot of this, adults? Yeah, do y'all want to take a screenshot of this? Okay, get a screenshot. This is from Karen Hunter, Professor Karen Hunter. Get a screenshot real quick so I can read it, and then you can read it for yourself. And you can go to Professor Hunter, Karen Hunter's IG, and you can also get a screenshot of this. And she will be putting it up daily, she said, of different ones, of 10 snippets to look at. The climate agreement coming out of that, repeal Inflation Reduction Act, shred greenhouse gases, reject all climate science, what is that? Oh, federal workforce. Any federal workers in here? Any federal workers in here? Anybody? Any federal workers in here? Are there any? I just wanted to let you know something. Okay. According to P25 and what the rich people said about you, they say that you get paid too much money and you do nothing. So they need to replace the federal workforce with loyalists, making tens of thousands of citizen servants fireable. So this part right here, I want to apologize for something I did. You see this part right here, deploy military against American citizens? No, we're talking about policies that an administration administration wants to implement, and I'm able now to at least show you these and not just talk about P25 with trying to show you something that you're not going to read. But I want to listen. I want to do. I'm sorry, I'm getting so frustrated. Yeah. Remember when I laughed about people getting in the draft? I don't know why you had to refollow. Yeah. Okay. Do you remember when I laughed about the draft being re-implemented? Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Just Jackson. I fully take that back, and now that I know the plan, it's really scary now. They also put women in that are 18 and to 26. So now that I have the full scope of, I'm shaking. Now that I have the full scope of what they did, what that meant when they did that, this right here part about deploying military against American citizens has nothing to do with anything outside of the United States. Once they get rid of birthright citizenship and some of us become refugees, now with today's military being so cyber, all you have to do is put a kid in a Connex and they think that they're playing a video game as they go through their town and do whatever to people they might know. It's kind of scary. They wouldn't know because it's just a robot that they're controlling as children. They're like 18. And if you don't know anything about how the military operates with drones and how we're over here in the United States and operating across the world, you have no idea how scary this is. Yeah, it's the policy for his count. So as much as you want to say,
all I can say is that I hope that everyone takes the time to study this. And the scary part, and I don't care what side you're on. I respect everybody's opinions or who they want to vote for, but I strongly urge you guys to read Project 2025, that unfortunately Trump does back a lot of this. This is going to set our country back so far. It is going to take away all benefits that your loved ones currently use to get by. That is disability benefits, that's Medicaid, retirement will disappear. And those who do have money, who say, well, that's not going to affect me, it does in the long run, because if you have family that is not up to your financial status, where are they going to turn when their medication is $500 a month, $600 a month because they can't get coverage? They're going to look to their families with the money to cover them because they won't be able to do it themselves. It's going to take away women's decision on their bodies, birth control rights.
Don't block.
It's okay. Sorry. It's going to take away and set women back on what they can and cannot do for themselves with their bodies, with their choices. Like this is so scary. As a woman, as an American, as someone who has family that does rely on benefits like disability and Medicaid and all of that. And if the wrong person gets into office this time around and implements this, this is going to cause like pitchfork attacks, rebellion. Our rights are going to be taken. This is just my opinion. I'm not saying anyone is horrible for feeling that they want to vote one side or the other. I'm just saying that I really hope that everyone does their research on this before they vote, because this could potentially affect a lot of people, including your own family. That's all I'm saying. So make sure you go and register to vote. Educate yourself before you vote. It's just my opinion. I get it. There's people that don't agree. That's fine. I respect you guys. I hope you respect me. But I'm very passionate about this election. It's going to be a madhouse, and I'm holding my breath come November. So, okay, I'm gonna hop down.
I see a lot of folks saying that it ain't his plan, but it is the person at the top of the chair of the RNC who came together with 190 millionaires and billionaires and doctored up this document. I understand that you vote for people and not policies. Some of us vote for policies, and when somebody's putting it right in our face, we don't say it's not real or not true. We look at what they're putting in our face. He did not fire the people that wrote this. They're right there standing behind him. I will play the clip of, before I get off of here, of understanding and knowing what you're, just for the people that need to know. I'm not trying to fight the people that support anybody. I'm not trying to have an argument with you. You can be MAGA, you could be a Republican, you could be all that. It's okay with me. I just want to make sure the people that follow me have the information in front of them, and you can host whatever live you would like to, trying to denounce this project. I'm just putting it in front of the people that need to know. So that way they can have the information, and if everything goes like it's supposed to go in this project, they can take their families like myself and be ready to go and not get lost like the Handmaid's Tale, or get their children lost like the Handmaid's Tale. I'm shaking. Ooh. Yeah, let me move. Ooh. Just let me read this one right here. Deploy military against American citizens and allow ICE to conduct raids at schools and churches and hospitals. For those of you who understand what birthright citizenship is, I hope your kid is not. I hope you see the first, when you start seeing these ones, when you start seeing these first ones go away respectfully, when you start seeing those be privatized and go away, the Medicaid and your food stamps and stuff like that, I hope you understand that that's your sign, that your kids may not need to be in a public space. For those people who understand what birthright citizenship is, you know who I'm talking to. You know I'm talking to you. If you understand what birthright citizenship is and them getting rid of it, when they get rid of the first ones, I hope you do not have your kids at school, in a public school, that they want to get rid of the education department. I hope your kids are not at the public school following getting rid of the first ones. They talked about, why am I shaking, bro? I don't, yeah, man. Shake. I think it's the people who are looking at policy and looking. I think it's the people coming in here looking at not policy, but looking at their dictator that they want to vote for. I think that's the scary part. There are actually people coming in here that do want to be told what to do and what not to do. And that's cool, bro, that you want to be have a dictator. it's cool, bro. Like, do you? I don't even have any. I'm just sharing to share to the folks that know me for honesty. I'm not trying to twist anybody's fingers or anything like that. The policy is written by the chairman of the RNC. If it was not true and it was disowned, believe me, a lot of folks would have been gotten fired. That's why I have a clip to play for you about he's a dictator because the Supreme Court made him a dictator. When they said that when the Supreme Court said that unofficial and official business and he can't be tried, they officially made him one. So it is what it is. All right, let me move so you can take a picture. This is also located on Karen Hunter's webpage. She is a professor at a university. This isn't a professor. I know you don't want to listen to me, but the professor at Hunter University put this on her IG. She is a professor. I am not a professor. A professor went through 922 pages because you don't want to read anything and got some of the meat, and it's continuing to get meat clips. 10 bullet points for you is what she is going to continue to do. But the one thing she understands is that you have turned into a society of infotainment. You do not take information. You cannot read 922 pages. You get bored. So please go to Karen Hunter's page. She is a professor at Hunter University. Okay? She is a professor. Unlike anybody that's in here, I mean, there's some doctors in here, but I know, I understand. You ain't read in there about your person not caring that you're voting for, making you lay down with all manner of men at birthing camps. It's cool. When some man is laying on you, like the Handmaid's Tale, and there you was, as you laying back looking at this man that you don't know, and I'm not in this country no more, and you are remembering your TikTok as a tear come down the eye, just remember you wrote Trump 2024 as the tear comes down your eye, as somebody you don't know is laying on top of you. Remember, somebody tried to give me the information as it just rolls down. As they get rid of 23 million people and you're working as a maid service, and I'm on somebody's beach, or you working in somebody's field, or you working a job that nobody don't want in this country because they deported 23 million of them, or your job switched to being in the office and now you're a mechanic. You do realize that policy and cabinets make things happen. Like, it's whoever you put in there. Like I don't think you understand cabinets. Like, I don't think you understand what it means to become a president and then select the people who are already around you to be a part of your cabinet. Like, it's not about the president. It's like the whole cabinet that you select, and then they just start moving. Anyway, going back to marriages between a man and a woman. So yeah, LGBTQ, anti-discrimination protections gone for you. Back to Don't Ask, Don't Tell. FDA reversal. Comstock Act back. Allow states to ban employers providing health care. Do y'all want to know their secret? Would y'all like to hear their secret? the ones who don't know you, it's probably going to be your first time hearing this. To the people that know me, do you want to hear the secret that they've been saying out loud, openly in their spaces? Here's the biggest secret that you don't know about somebody that might be right next to you. You know, they say they love God, and they mean it in a different way for us. So let's take a listen. Just like we was in school and your teacher had to play you something. Remember, if he go through, you won't be listening to material about anybody anymore. You'll be listening to Jesus. Not blessed be his fruit, blessed be Jesus.
Donald Trump is portraying himself as a religious savior. He says Election Day will be Christian Visibility Day. Trump has repeatedly compared his criminal trials to the crucifixion of Jesus, promoted videos calling his re-election, quote, the most important moment in human history, and that describe him as a divinely appointed ruler.
A shepherd to mankind who won't ever leave nor forsake them. So God made Trump.
He claims to be a holy warrior against an imaginary attack on Christianity.
They want to tear down crosses, but no one will be touching the cross of Christ under the Trump administration. I swear to you.
He's even selling his own version of the Bible.
We must make America pray again.
Trump is playing to a rising white Christian nationalist movement.
This is from Karen Hunter. If you do not want to read all 922 pages, she is breaking it down on her IG daily. She will be posting another one tomorrow. Her name is Karen Hunter. Her IG is Karen Hunter. It has a blue check mark.
Within the Republican Party.
I say it proudly. We should be Christian nationalists.
Christian nationalists believe that the law of the land is not the Constitution, but instead the law of God, as they interpret it. Trump's supporters are increasingly overt in their calls to replace democracy with a MAGA theocracy.
The church is supposed to direct the government. And I'm tired of this separation of church and state junk.
We're meant to be a Christian nation. We should be a Christian nation.
Welcome to the end of democracy. We're here to overthrow it completely. We didn't get all the way there on January 6th, but we will endeavor to get rid of it and replace it with this right here.
That was a cross he was holding. The idea the will of voters is irrelevant because God has anointed Trump was a recurring message in the efforts to overturn the 2020 election.
It is not Joe Biden that rules this country. Jesus Christ is the king of everything in this world. Christ is king! Christ is king! Christ is king!
In previous videos, I've highlighted how MAGA Republicans have embraced core elements of fascism. The combination of fascism and Christian nationalism is called Christofascism, a term first used half a century ago by the theologian Dorothy Zola. Fascists rise to power by characterizing their opponents as subhuman. Christofascists take it a step further by casting opponents as not just subhuman, but actually demonic.
People like Nancy Pelosi, she's a demon.
Framing opponents as enemies of God makes violence against them not only seem justifiable, but divinely sanctioned and almost inevitable.
We are going to put on the armor of God. Then maybe strap on a Glock on the side of us just in case.
When we take power, they need to be given the death penalty. And these people that are suppressing the name Christ and suppressing Christianity, they must be absolutely annihilated when we take power.
Christofascists want to strip away a wide range of rights Americans take for granted. Former Trump staffers involved in developing plans for a second Trump term have called for imposing biblical tests on immigration, overturning marriage equality, and restricting contraception. And MAGA-aligned judges are already setting their dogma ahead of the Constitution. In his concurring opinion on the case that declared frozen embryos are Alabama's Supreme Court Chief Justice Tom Parker cited God more than 40 times and quoted the book of Genesis and other religious texts. Nothing could be more un-American than the Christian nationalist vision. So many of America's founders came here as refugees seeking religious freedom. The framers of the Constitution were adamant that religion had no role in our government. The words God, Jesus, and Christ don't appear anywhere in the Constitution.
I'll be back to finish that. I'll be back. Me not letting y'all know who they is. They don't want y'all to know that. They don't want y'all to know who they are. That's crazy. That's crazy. They don't want y'all to know. They don't want y'all to know that they the ones with the Bibles. They didn't want y'all to know that they right there with them Bibles praising God. They don't. They didn't want y'all to know that was the biggest secret. The biggest secret out there is that they Bible thumpers. That's the biggest secret. They did y'all know that? Did y'all know they right there thumping the Bibles? Did y'all know that? I just wanted to know if I just put you on game. Oh, yeah, they be at church with it. They be at church with it, and talking about it openly at church. I think I could finish the video right quick with my last part that I have to say.
And the very first words of the Bill of Rights are a promise of Congress respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Christofascism, or any religion-based form of government, is a rejection of everything America has aspired to be. A secular, multiracial society whose inhabitants have come from everywhere, bound together by a faith in equal opportunity, democracy, and the rule of law. Beware.
So I just want to say, like, you be in a grocery store and the person praising God. Nah, that ain't on her page. That's that's RBREICH here on TikTok. Make sure you check him out. Yeah. TikTok shot me. Well, I'm about to get up out of here because I just shared information that I wasn't supposed to share with y'all. And I hope you got it. I hope you got the information I was sharing. There's a couple of things that you might want to look into. It's called a go bag. See if you can get some MREs. Also see if you can have a phone that's a go phone. Like a phone that's a disposable phone that you can drop. I'll look into iodine tablets and having extra gas. If you don't have extra gas, please pack extra socks in your go bag and make sure you have a good pair of shoes that can, or a second pair of shoes that could go for a couple miles. Make sure you talk to your children once you see the first two come down and on what happens if you get separated. Yeah, I'll put it on my YouTube. Make sure that you talk about a plan and where the money is, any cash that you have on hand. Make sure you get a map and learn the off-roads. Please get a map and stay away from main big cities. If it goes the other way, make sure you have a plan And if your first plane gets deterred, like, learn what the Gulf of Mexico is and the coastlines, and learn about boats. Learn about Massachusetts and Maine, and there are different ways to get through Canada through Massachusetts and Maine. Okay? Remember, if you become a refugee, you have to be offered asylum. For those of you who don't know anything about asylum, oh yeah, get a book on vegetation and what's kind of good vegetation to eat. I wish you the best. I wish you the best. A couple of places right now that we're looking at: Europe, New Zealand, Australia. 9, Fiji is on the list. Also, one thing you might want to think about, yeah, I heard good in the Philippines. One thing you might want to think about is not getting locked up in a U.S. territory. Make sure you know which islands are U.S. territories, okay? It's not over to the fat lady saying, but just be prepared. I want everybody to be prepared. Just be very prepared. Be very prepared. Make sure you have, make sure, please hurry up. So just make sure you're prepared in case folks decide not to, if it don't swing the way it's supposed to. You'll see the first ones happen with the privatization of schools and stuff like that. These kids ain't gonna have no choice. Them boys and girls, 18 and 26, ain't gonna have no choice when they get drafted to do whatever they have to do. So that is my weekly P25. I hope you got something out of that. Once again, make sure you have a road map atlas or a map that shows the roads and the roads that people don't travel anymore. Please learn how to communicate through silence. Please learn some tactics. Some of y'all wasn't trained, but please start training yourself in how to use compasses and water purification systems, and just please, stock up on e-tools and stuff like that. If you never had to hug a tree, you need to learn how to hug a tree. You need to go camping. Learn how to hug a tree. Please learn how to hug a tree. Tell your children how to hug a tree. And when I say hug a tree, it's a military term. It's a military term. I wouldn't advise going into any public place to use the toilet. Please learn how to hug a tree. It provides assistance with your business. It provides assistance when you have to do the business, and learn how to dig a hole. All right. I'm gonna do all I can do up until that date for you. I'm leaving. I'm sorry. If it's going down, I'm leaving. Okay? If it get put in, I'm leaving. We already done talked. I'm leaving. Oh, it's over here. Yes, it's gonna be on there. It's gonna be on YouTube. Hold it until November. But if it go through, I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not one of them. I'll help you from the outside. Okay? We'll find some way to communicate. We'll find some way. It might be only truth working, and I have to find a way to be Pastor Petty on Truth Social, and start some kind of network where where I say something, we have words that I'm using to let you know places and that are open for you to get out. Okay? It's not Gilead. It's blessed be Jesus. Okay? We ain't even got to play blessed be. It's blessed be Jesus. Right in your face. We don't even got to play. If it go down, I promise. Because one thing I'm not playing with that's also in there is them folks talking about the arsenal, the nuke arsenal. I'm not playing with them folks. You know what that means? Any country that try to come in here and save folks. Bruh, do you understand? Any country that try to come in here and save you, that stayed behind. Do you understand? Do you understand me? Any country here, do you understand what I'm saying? Please tell me you understand what I'm saying. That country is gonna get hit if they try to come in. So they not playing with you. They not playing with them. Try to come save you. So we're gonna have to work together. And there might, if it go down, and there's just like they had that, what was that? Little America in Canada. We'll figure it out. But I don't plan on shoot. I ain't playing with you. I'm not playing. I'm not having nobody come in no school. Now, I ain't having no ICE agent come in no school and pick my kids up, and I no longer know where they at. Shit, I'm in Colorado. Switzerland, Denmark, Poland. I mean, they all on the list. I'm not having nobody, no ICE agent come into no school, take my kid, and they don't know my kid at. That should be enough to scare any one of you. Talking about putting your children in camps if they don't look a certain way and re-educating them. You're not my mommy. You're not my daddy. Whoa. You don't love Jesus. Imagine your child coming up. Do you love Jesus? I'm going to report you. Imagine that. I heard you don't like Jesus. Snip. Walking up to you, calling you a demon. I know it's funny. I gotta add some humor in there, but I'm just. All right, I'm gone. I'll post this to YouTube.